Brothers, being a gentleman still, even being a gentleman is still not good enough for the woman. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, and I will be chiming in throughout the video because they say that men are more sexual than women. But let's go ahead and see what's going on here.
We're here today with Mike and Charisma. Welcome, y'all. How we feeling?
Good,
Pretty
good.
good.
Okay, that's good to hear. So we did have you guys on episode 11, right, of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys did end up matching. So my final question is gonna be: is it a yes for you for him?
Yes, it's yes.
Okay, and is it a yes for you for her?
It's a
We got a match! Okay, I'm gonna take this mic and you guys can go on up. So, as we all saw, we got to know a little bit about you guys on the show, but not too much. Like, tell the people a little bit more about yourself. Let's start with you, Charisma.
Okay. Well, I'm a hairstylist. I've also done a little bit of modeling. I want to do some plus size modeling, and then I've done a little bit of music.
Okay.
Let me say this real quick, brother, about this plus size modeling. And my homeboy has already said this about he's health cautious. I think I used the word correctly. He's about health and wealth. I think for the past, I want to say maybe it's been a long time. I'll probably say since the 90s, they have been promoting big women. Maybe past, and I'll say maybe the 2000s, they have been promoting big women. Now we're talking about, now I've heard plus size modeling. Brothers, that's not cute. That ain't cute at all. So, all you plus size models, that ain't nothing to be promoting. You should be promoting being healthy. I understand that there are women that are top heavy. I understand there are women that are bottom heavy. I understand that certain women that have both, that are both top heavy and bottom heavy, but plus size modeling ain't it. So she looked kind of like she need to lose just a little bit more weight, but I could be wrong. But let's go ahead and continue.
Okay.
And I guess I'm just a social media influencer a little bit.
All right. So what you be doing on there?
I don't even know what that means, being plus and healthy. Unless you're talking about math, like plus, minus, multiplication, and
You
division.
literally, what? Let me tell you the process. You can be overweight and then start the process of eating better and exercising, but that doesn't make you automatically healthy. Your body looks a certain way under a average health standard. You just don't remain big, being and can sustain being healthy. Now, I believe the process is completely different. Now, if you're losing weight and eating better, you're not. I think this is the confusing factor of it. Losing the weight and going through that process does not automatically make that person healthy until they get to where they go to a dietitian and nutrition. They're going to let you know, and I'm going to tell you 9 times out of 10, the only thing they're going to refer to you as healthy to your process is the fact that you're actually doing what you're supposed to do. But they're never going to say you're healthy. They're going to still say keep going, and how much more. And if you ask them how much more weight, so your body can function properly, because you got to remember, blood flows that matter. This is why access to the brain, the way your body operates while you're sleeping, breathing, thinking. You, just because person, and I have to question it too. Now, we could talk about hereditary health issues or birth defects, but there's percentages of people that are overweight due to hereditary and birth defects are so low, like in the 4% range. But there's literally no such thing as big and healthy. That don't
Right.
even sound. It don't sound.
plus and healthy.
I
I
didn't
don't.
say that because hold on. Yeah, why do y'all go? Why do y'all go to skinny's healthy? I never say that. Y'all go to these places and hear these things from people that make ignorant arguments for the versus big versus little. What I'm telling you is to the actually they have the advantage to be at a healthier state than a bigger person. That's not the argument. Isn't whether someone's big or small. The argument is that a big person being healthy. You're not healthy. You cannot be healthy and big. That's fat. Fat cells are different than muscle cells. You can't even turn, because a lot of people think you can turn muscle to fat into muscle. Those are two different types of cells. Fat is not fat is not good. If you're saying all that extra excess fat is something healthy for the person, you don't know what you're talking about. That's fat.
Good
Yeah,
morning,
and
Mugga.
back in the day, what's up, Mugga? Back in the day, look at the old Tyra Banks show. I just saw this recently. When they had a plus size model on there, they did not look nothing like this lady. I was still slim. She was smaller than the chicks that you call small on these shows, what they call plus size on Tyra Banks show. If you look at the old shows and you see the plus size models, they didn't even look like big chicks.
Right.
Sometimes you would wonder, like, if you were like, God damn, I was looking at the first person I thought about was Slim, and like when he said, I said she's smaller than the chick that Slim said wasn't big, but I hate that when we go to this conversation, it's like you jump to skinny people. Yes, it can be harmful for smaller people because their organs are closer together, and when you have when it's clogged up and stuff like that, yes, it can be very bad. But when it comes to a skinnier person saying, you know what, I'm gonna eat better, more often than not, I'm just gonna eat better, and I'm gonna keep this regimen up more consistently, even if I do indulge from time to time. They're gonna get on the right track a lot faster. Their body's not gonna have a physical unnatural result. When you lose weight as a big person, your body is affected for the rest of your life. It is. It'll never be the same. Even when you get to a sustainable size, that's why the elasticity, the elasticness. I gotta say it that way. I can't say the other version. When you've had that weight for so long, being a big girl, and you in your 20s decide to be small or 30s, your body is gonna look different. It's not gonna look the versus a skinny woman that's just saying, you know what, I'm going to eat healthier. It's just not. People have that. The reason why there's skinnier people that don't eat healthy, that's genetics. But you see how those people look when they get older. They look crazy.
Right.
But that's it.
Well, we're not going to spend too much time on her size. Look, if y'all want to support these plus size model, go to the runway. Let's continue.
I make content for like my hair business and stuff like that. I do a couple funny videos and reels and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
We see you. And Mike, what about for yourself? Let us know some stuff.
Really pretty much the same stuff. Like I said, so my bike is getting out of the shop pretty soon, so I'm gonna be a part of that community real strong. Still play basketball, recreational, if I decide to do something bigger, then it'd just be later on the line.
Okay.
Just working, like I said, just
Got it. So
getting
how'd you
everything together.
get into riding motorcycles?
Always wanted to do it since I was a kid.
Okay.
Just something that's different, exciting, you know what I mean? It's something we did as kids, but just on bicycles, you know what I mean? So now that I'm grown, it's like, older
Yeah.
way
So you
of
just
doing
started it? Like you
No, I
just
used to
started?
ride four-wheelers, dirt bikes,
Oh, okay.
growing up in Mississippi and stuff. So,
Got
but
it.
now I'm street bikes, everything like that.
That sounds scary. Okay, that's pretty cool though. So on the show, as we saw when Mike had
Yes, sir.
He looks pretty young compared to her. Like, do you think they look like a physically matching couple? Like they don't look like. I guess as far as the youthfulness, she just looks older. I don't
Um,
know.
well, I forgot how old he was. I think he's 20.
Yeah, he recorded Mugga.
I forgot how old he was. I really do. I know he's in his 20s. I think he's in his early 20s, I
He's in his
believe.
20s.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember how old she is at all. But
Okay,
I
okay.
think
It just looks
sometimes
like that's
they,
it. He's sitting with his
yeah,
son. Her mom sitting with her son in an interview. That's what it looked like.
and that's
I
a
think that is the weight too. I think that's another
thank
thing
you.
with weight. Like, weight can make you look older,
I was just about to say
like
that. Thank you,
more
Mugga.
mature.
Thank you, Mugga, because I was just about to say that. Y'all, let me tell you, brothers and sisters, but you brothers, y'all, listen. Alcohol, will you be drinking excessively is going to make you look older. I believe smoking does the same thing. Your weight, and especially on women, sometimes the weight makes women look older than what they are. Y'all be looking, some of y'all women be looking like Big Mama, and y'all in y'all 20s. So if y'all want to go out there and eat pork chops, have a couple of Big Macs, and all that stuff, that's fine. Hey, you see, I'm going to just say this. Y'all saw Monique, how big she was. Guess what? She lost the weight. She knew what was up. But let's continue.
Mike had first came out, he said something that made you pop your balloon right away. What happened there? Tell us about it.
You know what?
Mike.
I've been waiting to answer this question because everyone is coming on me so hard about it. I should have not popped my balloon. I popped it initially because he said the support word, which is kind of a trigger word,
Okay.
from past situations.
So, brothers, if you don't know, he said that he wants a woman to support him. And she popped her balloon quickly. Keep in mind, this guy's an electrician. I don't know what state he lives in, but I'm just going to assume that most electricians, if that's if he's working for a company, he's probably making over 65,000 a year, depending on what state he lives in. So, but she popped it initially. So if that's a trigger word for her, that only says that she has taken care of a lot of other men. She has been with a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays, and you're going to see that further through the video on how when they talk about their date and how they've been meeting up since then. Let's continue.
But I should have asked him, like, what do you mean by that?
Okay. So in the
Yes, sir.
I don't think nothing wrong with a man saying that, because I don't see nothing wrong with a woman saying she needs a provider protector.
Hmm.
Like that. I guess if I don't have an issue with a woman that like a mandatory like want from a man. That's a very specific thing that a man can say. Well, I only met one guy in my whole entire life that was on this 50-50 thing. I gave him like 15 different scenarios about if she needed to be protected. He said that we'll try our best to protect each other. He said, but if I see my woman trying to hide behind me, I'm gonna leave her. Like, he was serious. He's like, it's 50-50. I make sure my women pay 50% of everything. He said, life and death, it's the same. I don't want to die just like she. He said, I'm not. This is how I only met one person in real life. And and the look on his face, he was dead ass serious. He said, I'm not, it is. He said, I want to be protected just like you. It's 50-50. I want her to be he said, I want her to have a career just like me. I want to be straight. That's only one person I've ever met like that. A dude, a guy. Like, when it comes to life and death, the kids are the only one that get the grace. She's going to have the same type of defense I have. That's how he was.
You better put her
It
in
was the
martial arts.
strangest conversation.
Better put her in some self-defense
Right.
class.
That's not how he thinks. So he gonna be like, if I learn how to fight, she gotta learn how to fight on her own. He said, however I come, I want my woman to come.
Damn.
I don't want to die either. That's how he was. Slim, when I tell you, I thought he was trolling, but he was dead, and the people that knew him said he's like that. He will let her know off the bat. He said, look, it's not no protected children. He said, but we're equal. He said, I believe that we are equal. That's how he looks at it.
Well,
I said, man, you are crazy, bro.
I'm not mad at I don't support that, but at the same time I ain't mad at him because 99.9% of women in America want to be equal anyway. So hey, it's all good. Mugga, fix your face.
Is this being recorded?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Go ahead and say what you got to say because it's going all on the air. Everybody's gonna hear you.
No, thank you. Go ahead. Let's continue.
Oh, real quick. Critical Camp. My president is back. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but I'm just gonna say instead of black, I'm gonna say my president is back. We got our president back, dog.
Oh, man.
Real.
All righty, let's go ahead and continue.
Y'all put that on
So in the
air.
past, were you stuck supporting somebody or
No,
like?
I just feel like right now in 2024, there's like this big thing where men will come at you like, what do you bring to the table? Which is fine, whatever. But I feel like a lot of men, especially here in Arizona, I think it may be an Arizona thing as well,
Okay.
where a lot of men are looking for help and looking for support. So, I mean, when he said that, I'm just like, huh? Like,
Oh no.
it really, it caught me off guard a little bit, and it was a trigger word.
Yeah.
So, that's why I responded the way I did, but I shouldn't have did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you from Arizona?
I am.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you know all about it then.
Yes. Yes.
So for some reason in the state of Arizona, there's a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays, according to her. You talk to another woman that lives in Canada. There's a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays out there. There's a lot of Pookies and Ray Rays in New York. I mean, Pookies and Ray Rays all over, brothers. But for some reason, when I look up the stats, it says that black men are number one when it comes to technical skills. But
Right.
I don't get it.
Ask them where they go and meet men at. And usually women are going to, if they're open, they're going to let men meet them in any environment. If they're shopping, if they're getting groceries, they're not going to social events that mandate education, representation, career, and status. They're not going to those places. I would say, I'm not telling women not to be open that if they are shopping, but I'm saying the likelihood of what you're going to look for a long-term relationship would probably be more likely to happen if you went to places that mandated success, education. I would bet on that. I wouldn't.
I think
I
that's the
would.
difference. I
What's
think
the
that's the
difference?
difference between what you and Slim saying. Like, I feel like when Slim just said it, he said it as if these men didn't exist. The Pookies and the Ray Rays don't exist in these places. What you're saying it based on the women that the men that the women are meeting. I think that's two different angles. Like when I heard Slim say it, he was like, "They're top one in technical skills," as if the Pookies and Ray Rays just don't exist in the world or in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? But you saying like
Okay.
they exist.
Right.
Y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just keep attracting them, or y'all in the places where you're gonna attract the Pookies and Ray Rays. So I'm just pointing that out.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
Okay.
And I'm not going to edit nothing. So go ahead and say what you got to say, Mugga, because Elder Slim is not going to edit anything. Bring it out. Let's
Yeah,
continue.
Slim don't be editing either. He told me he was gonna edit. I watched one of his videos. They had everything. I was like, okay, but you know what I do? That's what I'm gonna tell you something about why I like the way Slim does his videos, because that's what made me really like a lot of other like content creators before they became like high profile. Like with Kevin Samuels. I was listening to him when he was talking to the men. And I used to think he was a little odd, but I used to be entertained because I felt like he was getting off everything he wanted to say. Some of the stuff I just didn't agree with. I didn't watch his fragrance videos and none of that stuff. But I like that I saw a version of him where he could actually say what he wanted. Obviously, he kind of did the same thing with women. But once you start getting contracts and people start saying, hey, I want you to sell my brand, you kind of got to like water down your content to some degree because it has to be impressionable to the sponsors and stuff like that. So I like to see like the birthing stages of people, like when they, when they was just doing anything. This is just reminds me of just a process, because I do have faith that you will become exactly what you want to be on social media, like your content.
Thank you.
But let's continue.
Let's continue.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Mike, we saw on there you kind of explained it a bit what you meant by support, but then you ended up asking a question. I think you said,
would you take care of a man that doesn't need to be taken care of?
Yeah. So can you elaborate on that a bit? Because some of us are still a little bit confused after that question.
So the question is meant to get most women, obviously, because they hear the take care of a man part,
right?
And they're instantly on defense mode, like, oh no, I ain't taking care of no man. But you listen to it, I don't need to be taken care of, and obviously that means financially, those things that I can't give to myself, which is that, mental support, or just stuff like that.
Okay, so just to kind of get like a better understanding, you were more so talking about like emotional support, not someone actually being like, oh, let me stay with you or let me use your car kind of support.
Like not, I need you to take care of me. I tell you I got everything going on, but whole time once we start messing with each other, then you like, this dude don't bring nothing. What did he go and do? Nah, I'm good on that part.
Okay.
I've been taking care of myself for a long time, so
got
none
it.
of that.
Okay. So Charisma, what made you change your mind and be like, you know what, let me get my balloon back?
I guess it was just the fact that when he, I don't know, this might be bad, but I like when a guy kind of like corrects me, like get me straight a little bit, because I am, I feel like I know everything and I have that syndrome. So I love it when a man is like, yeah, like that's not, what I was saying, and let me clarify and explain.
So she said she has a syndrome. So is that a sickness, ladies? So, because y'all don't like to be told what to do. So I'm just going to just put it out there that y'all are sick. Y'all need to get counseling. That's how I'm going to take what she said. Go ahead, my brother.
I had my hand up. I'm a woman.
Oh, my fault, Mugger. I thought that was
But
real.
did you see him look at the camera? Did you see him look at the camera when she said I need to be handled a little bit?
Oh, we're gonna get
Why
to
did
all
he look
that.
at the camera like that?
Oh,
He looked so lost, like he was looking for help. Like he like, y'all hear this? Like the way that he looked at the camera, it was just like it was like he needed help.
don't even worry, Mugger. We gonna get deep into that because there's a reason for all what she's saying, brothers and sisters. So we gonna get all into it. Again, you see the title, Do Nice Guys Finish Last? Let's continue.
Explain it clearly to you.
Yeah.
And I listened and I took it in, and when he said what he said, I was like, okay, I like that.
Okay. So yeah, I definitely was feeling the vibes that day. So, now the question that I love to ask. Since you guys had matched, all that good stuff, have you all gone on a date?
Yeah.
Yes! Okay. I'm gonna start with Mike. I feel like I always start with the ladies.
Yeah.
So Mike, go ahead. Tell me about this date. How'd it go?
So after the show, I had my friend's fashion show to go to. So I was just like, hey, would you want to come with me? And she was like, sure. She never really been on one either, so it was like it was just a good experience. It's a little slight fashion show.
I have been to one.
Oh, well.
Just a correction.
And then, excuse me, but yeah, so but it was my first time going to one.
Okay.
So it was just something nice to do, right after. And we had some plans to go do something else, but we had a little situation that kind of stopped that. Nothing bad between us, but it was just something else.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing bad.
Okay, so something. Should I ask?
Quit being nosy.
It's one of my
I don't.
friends, so
It
it
has
was
nothing to do with
it
me.
was just
Oh, it
one
was
of my friends.
personal.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay, okay,
personal
okay. I
endeavor. Yeah,
see.
nothing
Okay,
crazy
I was
between
I
us.
thought
That's why I
something
said we're
happened.
good. We're good. We're good. Nothing like that.
Okay, so you guys were saying the fashion show was kind of like the first
Yeah.
date.
Yeah,
Okay, so how was it for you?
it was good. After the fashion show, I also went to Chipotle. He didn't mention this, but we went to Chipotle afterwards,
Uh-huh.
and like we didn't even notice this, but we was like ordering our food,
Uh-huh.
and the girl was like, "Oh, you guys are the butterfly couple." Because I had my butterfly, and then my shirt had butterfly, and then on his shirt he had like the
Oh.
Yeah.
Tupac butterfly
Yeah.
Oh,
thing.
that's so
And
cute.
so she was like, "Oh, you guys are the butterfly couple." And then we're like, "What?" And we looked, and we had the whole thing going on. So I
Aw.
was like, "Okay, like
Yeah.
that's cute."
Okay. And then
Mhm.
so after that day, has there been any other dates or, anything's been planned, all that good stuff?
Yeah, we went the next day.
Oh.
Before work, he wanted to just see me real quick, I
Mhm.
guess, before work. And so we just went to Olive Garden.
Oh. Hey, I love me some Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Bus. Big bus.
So who chose Olive Garden? Was it like
It was
Like a
close to
mutual.
my house.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it was just a mutual little.
something quick?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how was that? Like,
It was good. We just got to know each other. Just talking.
Mhm.
Really, that's about it. Just trying to get to know each other after
Yeah.
meeting. Don't want to prolong it too much. So
got it. So how's like the communication, everything been? Have you guys like been able to like message, FaceTime call? Like, how's that been?
yeah, we constant communication.
Oh,
Trying to just make sure we keep in contact. But
okay. Why? But what?
that's just something I say. Like I don't know. Like there's nothing. We just keep in communication.
What up,
Okay.
Queen?
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it now? Do we have any dates planned? Like, the charisma you making faces.
I mean, there has been. We talked every day.
Mhm.
On FaceTime, text message. I've since then every day I've heard from him. He's heard from me.
Okay.
We haven't really we had a trip to Disneyland planned, which we were still saying that we're gonna go.
Okay.
At the time I was like, oh, it's not a good time. We could just wait. We should push it back.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, we're more so. I guess we're kind of like in a little sticky situation because I feel like I would just say it
Talk your
like
shit. I'm sorry.
I feel like he's just been more like, which is fine. He's taking it slow. He's, taking his time trying to get to know me and everything. But my thing has been like, if we're taking our time and we're getting to know each other, we're supposed to be like paddling on, right? We're
Okay.
supposed to be moving at a steady pace.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we have been moving at a steady pace at getting to know each other.
Now, brothers, the brother is taking it slow with her. Taking it slow. She's saying, I guess she's saying some good things, but it's not fast enough for her. Like, she's not. So I'm just gonna just interpret what she's saying. He hasn't had sex with her. And I think that's what she wants to imply, but she can't. She's not going to say that on camera. Go ahead, my brother.
That could be some women, but I will say that's not a good. I would not advise women to do that. But yeah, that could be an alternative. But this is with the patience thing. You know how some people say I need to work on patience. This is why I say it's not always about like a physical time. It could be an emotional time schedule. So a lot of times, if you don't have a foundation, you're ready to just move forward. Like it's like, okay, he can take me places. We can talk. So why we and that's I think what he's doing is he wants to see a investment, like as far as like what he's getting out of her character. Like he wants to know, not things do look. I hate to say this, and I know I come off as I'm just gonna say poor people strive for love. They strive for just looking for, you know, certain characteristics to just say, I'm ready to put everything into it.
Mhm.
And I tell people, like, at the beginning, you kind of got to put that to the side. Like, because it's easy to give your love to somebody. Well, I'm not going to say give your love, but give yourself to a person and until it develops love. It's not hard to do that. If you look at your past relationships, you loved a lot of different people. So it's not the giving your love isn't the issue. It's like the things that are going to be more valuable long term are the things you need to focus on, and you should not attach emotion to it. And I think sometimes it's good to be precautionary. Like, she should be, if this is something that she feels needs to be done, like the time scheduling, like when on her time, then she should say, has this worked for me before though? That's the one thing that people should ask. It's not even a gender thing, because I think men do it too. Ask yourself, has me pushing the goalposts to like what I want from a person, has it worked for me in the past?
Mhm.
I feel like it's something we should do, because everything else is just making sense. Look, she pointed out the whole that, oh, you're the butterfly couple, and she probably thought that was like, oh my God, this has to be like something mad. This means something. The fact that we both had something that it's notable to people that saw us on the show. This means something, and to me, that's stupid. I don't even know why people think those things matter, but I think that she should want a man that's going to marinate on seeing who she is characteristically. I think he's actually, I'm going to say this. I don't think that good guys finish last. What I think is a misconception is when he is like concrete with his decisions and he's not budging, women don't think that's a good guy trait. They think good guys will bend. That's not a good guy. A good guy is the guy that won't say yes to something he knows that he don't want to do, or he's not going to compromise something. And people will say, well, you're an asshole. And a lot of things that I got when I was young and I was dating women would say, God damn, you just like my dad. When he says no, he means no. I said, well, what does no mean? She said, well, I'm usually used to men bending, like when I want something. You say no like my dad. Like when my dad said no, that meant no. And I said, well, I think that's what it means when everybody says no. So I think women will say that's a characteristic of a good guy, that will bend to her will. And that's not, to me, I feel like that's a weak man, to be honest with me, but that's it.
All righty. As we get further into the video, brother, you'll see, and I'm not saying that, and it might not even be sex, but you'll see how she's pushing the issue, and this brother is really trying to according to her, from her speaking, he's really trying to take his time to get to know her. But let's continue.
And when I say that, I mean, like, I feel like it's just been more like almost like just a friend. Like, there hasn't been any romantic kind of gestures.
Okay.
Like, I feel like when you like someone or you're trying to get to know someone, you might get a few compliments or, like, I don't know, like,
Okay.
flirting, but it's non-existent.
So, like, are you flirting with him and it's not coming back?
I mean, I feel like I have put myself out there as much as I can as a woman. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm the only one, like, chasing or trying to, get some stuff going. So, I mean, I feel like I've done a couple of things to kind of put myself out there. But I can't keep doing that. And he's, he doesn't say that he's not interested, but at the same time, it's like,
that's what you're feeling.
I feel like maybe he
I got
just
you.
wants to be friends. And
Go ahead.
And there you go. And this is the problem with women. Y'all want to be tantalized and sensationalized. Like y'all need these things for it to feel like it's going to be fun. And now you don't. And this is the thing. Y'all not patient enough to know that maybe there's more to why he's focusing on other characteristics rather than just if he's going to show that he's flirting is a PG-13 version of basically I'm sexualizing you. When men flirt, I don't know if women know this, but typically when men are flirting, it's because they thought about doing things with you. And the most respectful way that they can do it is by flirting. To men, we've already had in our head that we want to do a lot of things to you. So a lot of men will work their way up until like get into this relationship where I can start saying things that kind of give you an idea. So when women get accustomed and this is to me it's disrespectful. And that's why I say I come off as, to Americans a little extreme, because all I'm hearing is because of what other men have done, and I'm more accustomed to this is how men show they're interested. It's now a turn off if I meet a man that's a little more meek in the beginning. Like I'm expecting these things to be part of why men find me attractive. And I'm telling you right now, when a man is flirting with you, it's because he's already had a sexual desire or fantasy about you. That's where it comes from with men. Now, I'm not speaking for women, but when men typically flirt. So if you want that to be something you measure for a man being interested in you, then I wouldn't advise on it. I wouldn't bet on that. Can you agree with that, Slim? I would say most men would say, if I started flirting with you, that means I already thought about doing a lot of things to you, and I waited until you got comfortable with me enough to say certain things.
I agree.
That's just what it is. What it is.
I agree with that. Was there something that you wanted to
You
say?
think, man? Okay, Mugga's crazy, man. What the
Man,
hell?
and you know what, Mugga, get out of here. Let's continue.
I don't know. I just feel like she wants more. Like as far as like affection, I think he's not affectionate. I can just.
Okay, well, as
I
we
just
could,
think that men don't. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know.
as we continue, you will see because he's going to have to explain himself too. But let's go ahead and continue.
And I mean, at least that's the actions, which he's a total gentleman. Like every time we're together, he's opening up doors. I never have to pay for anything when we're out. Like he's whoever raised him did a phenomenal job. Like he is a gentleman for
Shout
sure.
out to OG.
But it's just I feel like maybe it's just like a friendship thing, or I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Let's hear from him.
Yeah,
let's see what he has to say. All right, Mike.
I mean, yeah, I like to take it pretty much slow. I don't want to force anything, but also like I understand what she means. Like the courting aspect of it, like just random moments, complimenting her and stuff. Yeah, I know I just haven't done it.
Okay.
She's beautiful. You know what I mean? I tell her that like she's not
Your compliment,
ugly.
girl.
Like, I tell her she's not ugly. It's just nothing like that. It's just like that I just haven't had that like feeling. You know what I mean? Like, and honestly, it's like more of like taking it as friends first, and then if that relationship builds, because whole time it wasn't an ideal way to meet somebody. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I gotta take more time, but I understand exactly how she feels as she says I don't compliment her and things of that nature.
Okay, so do you usually start off relationships as a friendship?
Brothers, I think even though she's saying that she's not getting a lot of compliments, I don't think that's it. And we're going to see further in the video something that she says and she did to where she's asking for more than just compliments. But let's go ahead and continue.
Look, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you this right now. A man like this will be you'll be in a longer relationship with a man like this. I think y'all expect to see something at the beginning to give you a foresee or for something that is going to be exciting. And I do tell men to resonate with women. I do think you should be affectionate, but if you're saying it's a turn off, and to me it is questionable, and I'm sorry. Sometimes I feel like women kind of lowball the type of attention they're getting. I think sometimes they measure a level of attention from a dude they used to talk to that they really liked. And I think that's what they're measuring. And I think that this is a new guy. He met you on a show. And I don't believe that he wasn't being affectionate. I just think that she's used to a nigga saying, "I bet you got a fat pussy." Cause nigga, like this is the thing, man. Women will get turned on with that type of talking. Like I'm telling you, like it's like we don't talk about these little micro level conversations. Women like that idea behind spontaneity when it comes to like being with her man. Yes, I agree. Women have a different approach to a relationship. Her position's different. I'm not even disagreeing that women should get affection. But I said the vetting, now the courting, that's why I'm glad he said courting. But you're vetting right now. Like, be patient enough to like find out whether these people, this man could be holding doors for you, he could be doing this and that, but he could be bad with money. This dude could be doing this and doing that, but he has anger issues. This is what vetting is, to put you in positions to see these characteristics get put in play. Because trust me, on a good day, you're going to see a characteristic of a person, and that should give you give you a notion to whether to further pursue him or not. When you jump right into courting, that's what I call the, now I'm flirting. Now you're getting the good gestures. Now you're going to get everything you want. But I want these women, because I really do. I sympathize with women because y'all get put in these positions where y'all get screwed over a lot. And I'm telling you, that dude could have so many issues internally, and you don't even know. He could be a gentleman, but you don't know if he has a short temper. But you're expecting a certain level of affection, and that's what happens. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to get it. What I'm saying is there's a process before paying attention to shit like that. I'm not even disagreeing, but I want y'all to figure out what type of men y'all are talking to. Like, this is a scary world.
Right.
But let's continue. Yeah.
No,
Alright.
I had my hand up.
We got you, Mugga. Relax.
He talking about let's continue.
Mugga,
After
just
he
do it.
finishes
Say what you have to
speech.
say.
I don't think that he likes her personally. I don't think that he's really attracted to her like that. I don't care what type of man you are, or any of that. Like, you can tell when a man is attracted to you. I don't know. I don't think that he's attracted to her. Like, I'm just sitting here watching them. I don't think that they're a good match. I don't think that he's physically attracted to her. I mean, I just don't think that. I think that if he found her more attractive, then it would be more affection and more of those things that she compliments and more of those things that she's asking for. I don't think that he thinks she's attractive,
I'm
personally.
gonna be honest with you. I actually agree with Mugga, because when I watched this, I felt the same. I feel the same way, like he's not attracted to her. But again, when we get further into the video, it's going to be some things that you might be able to catch, Mugga, that with your statement that you just said, it might be true. But let's go ahead and continue.
And then it flourishes into more, or like,
Yeah, I like to pretty much like get to know you, because I used to rush into things a lot. So I kind of try to really, really get to know a woman before I put my all out. Because once I do, then if something was to happen after that point, then it can,
okay,
get bad for me.
So I could agree with him on that. Now, I'm still thinking that maybe she wanted to have sex with him, even though that's not being said. But I agree with him on that, because let's just say he had sex with her after a couple of days of meeting her, and then it's like, well, nah, I don't really want to deal with her no more. It could fall apart in a bad way. So I agree with him on that. But let's continue.
okay. So she's saying, she put herself out there, she's flirting with you, all that stuff. Do you feel that? Like, and then you're like, in your mind, you're like, man, I should do more? Or...
Sometimes, not really, because it's not like super, like we just out there, like, but it's, little subtle flirting, I mean,
Okay.
And I mean, I don't necessarily feel I don't do it, but then at the same time, I can't,
You don't do it.
somebody.
It's non-existent. It's not there at all.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's been to my crib a couple of times. He's been to. So, I hope
he's been to her crib a couple of times. What do you think that's saying? But let's continue. Cause hold on, real. I'm gonna get to you in a minute, because I want y'all to see this.
done his hair, you know, a couple of times. So,
Okay.
I mean, like when you're, you know, you're trying to get to know each other and
Yeah.
you liking each other or whatever, and I'm all up in your head, it's like,
Now, what do you think she's saying when? Now, and you see what attire she's wearing while doing his hair. I know it's probably some boy shorts or whatever, but again, what do you think she's initiating? Go ahead, my brother.
If this woman lost weight, she would have a banging body. If you look at her aesthetics, when she turned to the side, she has a certain figure that if she lost the weight, she would have a good. Does she have kids? I didn't catch that part.
No, she doesn't have any kids.
Oh my God, this is sickening. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Mugga on that. I don't think that nigga's attracted to her. Yeah, he been at her house and she's doing his hair and she got her booty. She got her booty out because when she turned to the side, she got an ass. I'm just like, damn, she would still have a fat ass if she lost the weight. And she would look better. She would look younger. But guys, you don't got no kids. What the hell? But yeah, he don't. Yeah, I agree. Mugga ultimately, yeah, he ain't attracted to her. Nah, cause that's the same way I feel. If you a heavy set woman and we cool, you just always gonna be a good friend of mine. that's all you ever gonna be. I don't care about it. I don't care. We get fucking compatible as fuck. You fat. I'm not talking to you.
And brother,
That's,
I'm not upset with him. Not, I guess he's not really pushing the issue with her. Now, so she said that he's been to her crib a couple of times. So I feel like she wants to have sex, but he's not pushing the issue. Again, you see what she's wearing. She's wearing some boy shorts, look like a t-shirt. I mean, come on. So, because I think it would have been disastrous if he would have slept with her and then be like, man, I ain't feeling her, and then dipped out. And I don't know if she's used to that, because remember, she popped the balloon real quick when he said support. I could be wrong, but maybe she supported some Pookies and a couple of Ray Rays. But let's continue.
I don't know. I'm not used to that. I'm used
Okay.
to when a guy likes me, he's showing me that he likes me. Like, I just feel like it's just been like a friend. And it sucks because, yeah, like, you know, he's a good person. And I like that he's taking his time. And I'm like, yeah, let's take our time, you know? I was not trying to rush anything. And especially when he brought up the whole trip to Disneyland, I'm like, yeah, like, you
Oh,
must.
so you brought it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you said something came up on your end. So do you think that is what could have properly probably like pushed you back? That she pushed that trip back?
No,
or?
no, she didn't push it. It was like a mutual, like, unfortunately, like, I had the personal endeavors and then she had her situation. So it was just like, okay, it's not perfect, but okay, we both got something going on. So cool, we can do something else. It's just more of like, I guess the way of us meeting and everything, you know, it kind of being more of a thing where, you know, we live our daily lives and then one day we come and do something like, you know, it's great. I'm glad I met her. You know what I mean? Like that is the thing that I took from it, was meeting somebody new. You know, if it led to something like that, then cool. If not, then it's like, oh, okay. Like
Okay.
it's I at least gained a friendship or, you know, something out of it.
Got it. Okay. So do you feel like you want more out of this?
I just don't know. Like I'm
Okay.
really I'm cool with like us being friends. If something happens, you know.
Now, see, Mugga, as much as, you know, I don't want to agree with you, but I'm going to have to agree with you, Mugga. So maybe he's not attracted to her, for him to say friends, but he picked her. And to be honest with you, when she was on the show, she looked beautiful. Not to say she doesn't look beautiful here either, but I guess maybe he must have saw her without the makeup, without
A
her.
lot of people popped on him. A lot
No,
of people popped on him because of them braids he had in.
no, they popped. Oh, well, you might be. Yeah, you're right, Mugga, because he did get 3 initial pops because of the word support. But yeah, you're right about that too. But again, I don't
Hey,
know.
Slim,
Yes,
do me
sir.
my fault. Do me a favor and send me that. Can you send me the pop the balloon episode with this? Because I would like to see how it went.
Oh, I
Because
could.
I want to see how the other one
Oh,
went.
I could tell you. It's
If you already sent it,
no. It's episode 11.
okay,
Go flash forward to 34:35, and that's where
34, 35.
yeah,
Okay,
34:35. So
okay.
so
All right,
again,
I got it.
brothers, again, I have to agree with Mugga because maybe he wasn't feeling. He was probably feeling her in the beginning when he first saw her, but I guess now that when you, as I like to say, when you peel back the onion and you start to see the real person, I guess maybe he wasn't feeling her after that.
No, I don't think that. I think that he wasn't feeling her in the beginning. Like, I feel like a lot of people just want to leave off that show with somebody. That's why it
Hmm.
doesn't really last like that. Like, I think that their goal is to get somebody. Like, at this point, we
Hmm.
gotta think about social media.
Right.
Imagine a woman leaving off of there with somebody. I mean, with no one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
people are doing this for show. I feel like. So they gonna leave with somebody. I don't think he probably was attracted to her in the beginning when he first met her. I think that she was the one who chose him, and it was convenient. Like, okay, well,
You
you know what I'm
could.
saying?
Now,
Let me just.
I could agree with that. So to you brothers, like I told my brother here, if you want to actually watch him when he went through, go to episode 11, minute 30, 34:35, and you'll see how everything went down. Because I don't know, maybe he just wasn't. Maybe he just wasn't for a lot of ladies. I know one lady said that the reason why she didn't choose him because he looked just like her ex. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was a desperation. Mugga could be right. But let's go ahead and continue.
Outside of, you know, stemming from the show, you know what I mean? It's more of like, then that's gonna be between us. But I'm not really like the social media
He
out
doesn't
there.
want anybody
Yeah.
to know anything. He feels like social media and the way we met is putting a pause on everything.
No.
Social media is like his, just like he doesn't want this to be out there.
Okay.
And
For it to be ideal, it wouldn't, you know, for my normal relationship, you know, it wouldn't come this.
Now, is that saying that he's embarrassed, or am I? I could be.
He's a player.
Okay,
Okay,
because
he's a player.
I'm gonna just say that I took it as like maybe he's a little bit embarrassed to be posting her on his Instagram or whatever social media platform he has. That's how I took it. Now, Mugga could be right. Maybe he's a player. Maybe the women that he's
I'm
probably
just saying.
no, you could be right, or
He
maybe
give
the.
me player vibes. Like, he
Mhm.
do give me player vibes. Like, he got a lot of, like, I feel like he got a lot of women. I feel like he got a lot of options, a lot of girls. I think that he like to keep them all safe. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good guy. I think he one of them players where he likes to make sure that all of the women that he's talking to
Mhm.
are safe. You know, you don't run into nobody he's with on the other side of the hell, and baby mama's gonna have fun because he is a player that is keeping his women safe, you know? And I commend that. I think that's good.
Okay. Well, we'll take that perspective too. Um, let's go ahead and continue.
Come this way. So, you know, I'm not the whole, oh, you gotta be seen. Oh,
yeah, but that's
it's
not
like pushing straight into the relationship by the time everything. Nah, like you gotta, if it flows into that, it doesn't. If it not, like, shoot, we still cool, we still friends. Like it is what it is. But just
Okay.
trying to make it seem like it's like, oh, they gotta be together. They
Okay.
gotta be together by the time, you know, they gotta be doing all this. Nah, that's not realistic.
But I told him
Uh-huh.
there's things that happen in life that are unexpected.
Right.
You might meet somebody at a grocery store that could be the love of your life. We met on a
show.
a dating show. You go on the dating show, looking to go on a date or meet someone. So what did you really expect?
I was about to ask that. So when you came on the show, I mean, obviously you've seen the show, you know,
Yeah.
it's viewed by a lot of people. Is that something that is possibly like getting into your head, like that there's a lot of people that are seeing it, or
No, it's just more of like you gotta realize. So as the man walking out, you're walking out in front of multiple women.
yeah.
So you're having choices on the women you want initially until they pop their balloon.
Yeah.
So if they don't pop their balloon, now you're choosing between women. So you don't naturally have that effect. Because say if, you know, if I did have a specific woman in my head, then it's like, oh, but we don't see them, you know, until we get out there.
Right.
So it's like, there's just, you're choosing between multiple women. There's not, I didn't come out and was just like, oh, she's the one for me. She popped their
Okay.
balloon, you know, at the same time. So that also is like,
And I'm probably gonna take this the wrong way, right? I'm gonna try to interpret what I think he's saying. Maybe the women that popped their balloon, he probably wanted to pick them and he didn't. So it was like, I guess out of the ones that still had their balloon, she was probably the prettiest, so he picked her. Am I saying it? Does that sound about right, what he's saying, or am I wrong completely?
Uh,
I think he just was on some Denzel Washington. I'm leaving here with something.
I think
That's what I think.
I think there was better choices that popped their balloon. And Slim, we're gonna play this video when we go to my panel, so I can prove something. I gotta prove something to you.
Okay.
I gotta prove it. I gotta expose you because you're on trial for about 5 minutes.
Oh my God. All
Personal
right.
trial.
I'll take that. I've been on trial for a while, and I failed. So I'm gonna hopefully I fail this one too.
It's a
But
5-minute trial.
let's continue.
all right, well, that eliminates you, but then, you get it back. Okay, cool. Like, you know, we can explain ourselves, we could talk, communicate, and it ended up working, you know, when I met somebody new, you know, and all that. But
Okay.
Again, when we left, when we matched and we left and we went to the fashion show, and then like we didn't have to do anything. We didn't have to hang out. We didn't have to, you know, I'm the type of person, if I don't like you, we can't be around each other. I can't fake the funk.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's just like we didn't have to talk on the phone every day. We didn't have to text. We didn't have to hang out. We didn't have to do any of those things. If you felt like you had other options, or you want to have other options, or you feel like you are better off with someone else, or you feel like this ain't it, or whatever, I'm just like, we can go our separate ways.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
but
is not
it's not-
a problem for me. Like I have, you know, so it's just like I'm just trying to figure out like I'm a black and white type of person.
Right.
Either or, yes or no, yay or nay. Like
So I would say no, because of the fact of, yes, we text and talk every day, but it's never just, you know, it's us, whether we're just having a normal conversation or us trying to figure out, you know, everything that's stemming from the show. Like now that we're talking, like it wasn't never just flirty, it was friendly talk or just having a conversation. Like it wasn't never, I wasn't pushing you. I never tried to persuade you as if I was, oh yeah, I want you to no, I'm letting things flow, like letting, you know, a normal conversation. We can't talk and text every day, then sure, I don't know if we can even be friends, because it's like I talk to
so
and text my
all
friends
of your
every day.
friends, all of you, because he has a lot of friends.
And do.
He has a lot.
Go ahead, Bugger. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You got it.
Definitely was keeping his options open.
You got it.
He was definitely keeping his options open, and he definitely friend zoned her, and she was just gonna become one of them, another friend. That I don't know, maybe he collects friends or something, but she does seem a little controlling.
Collect.
Like, I don't agree. I don't think that once you come on the show, if you match with somebody, that means that y'all together
Mhm.
and y'all are now dating. I think that you still have to take time out to get to know each other. And I do think that that's what he was doing, but I think that he was doing it on a friendship level versus a recording or relationship scale, personally.
You know, brothers, more and more I get into this, and I'm gonna. This is 0 for 7. At least from me watching these shows, this is 0 for 7. These meetups is not making successful relationships. They're not. And again, I'm gonna give my brother props here. He's the first person I heard use the word vet. We got to start vetting. No, I didn't say petting. I said vetting. We got to start vetting these women, brothers. And so I hate the fact that Mugga used the word collect. But I guess maybe he's trying to get his friend game up with all the women. So it's just like, all right, well, like maybe I can go ahead and all right, I'm gonna try her because Boquisha didn't work out, so I'm gonna
Some
call
people's
her.
vetting some people's vetting process is like, I do think that when it comes to the vetting process that
Hmm.
you do narrow it down. Like, I do think that some people do that. Like, they have at least 3 options and they're narrowing them down,
Hmm.
as they go. I just think that she thought that as soon as they left the show that they was gonna be together. And it was just gonna be, okay, it's just me. Or we're dating now. Like, no, he still has to get to know who you are, like, as a person on a personal level. But I don't know.
And brothers, I'm gonna go off go off real
I
quick.
don't
Oh, go ahead,
think
real.
no, I can't agree with that because the thing that I would even say to men, if you're ready for a committed relationship during the vetting process, you should not have any women in your phone that have had any conversations outside of a platonic friendship. You should, if your commitment ready, then that you should not have no options, no nothing. If you're just dating, I don't believe that you should just be dating and you have multiple options and you're trying to. That's not vetting. Vetting is you can't put energy into 3 different people. What about 3 capable men are going to have you? It's going to be okay with you, knowing that there's another option. I would if I ever set on a date with a woman and we get into a conversation about who has access, not, and she tells me, well, I am, dating other men. I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm going to say, you go figure that out with them. I'm not going to say I'm out the picture. I'm not going to be in and I think that's why people don't even say it because I'm a commitment minded man. There's women just as much as y'all get morning conversations saying how your sexy ass doing, how your big titty ass. Niggas get morning texts from female friends that cross the line too. Like we have female friends that will say some very explicit stuff. I've had friends like that before in the past, and I had to readjust those friends. Now the girls that were just platonic and we never crossed that line, that was who I kept in the roster to talk to, like if I did. But any woman that I felt like that I was sexually attracted to, that I would flirt with, anything that I did to myself to other women, or any woman that did things to me, I had to let them go. I had to cut them off, and so because I want whoever I'm going to talk to be somebody that I can, in the back of my head, internally, externally, I can say this is something that I truly put my energy into. I don't leave the door open for 2 other chicks. I'm not doing. I don't. It's just not the proper way to vet. If you're commitment ready, you should have one person. Now, if you just dating, do what you want. It's not. Men and women shouldn't be doing that. That eggs in one. That what do they say? Never put your eggs in one basket. That's for people that don't know how to have a foundation for a relationship. So they don't know what to do. So they say, you know what? I'm gonna put my options out. I don't know what to do. That's it.
Now, I'm not saying, so when I said, right, I'm only speaking on reality of people. I'm not saying it's right, it's wrong, a person should settle for that. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that that's what it sounds like to me as far as what it is that he's doing. It sounds like he got a lot of friends, and not even just women friends. Like I said, I do think he's a player. I think he got a lot of women, and he's trying to trying to weigh his options. Because weighing your options is literally narrowing it the fuck down. Like, it's nothing else that you're doing but weighing your options and seeing who's the best fit for you and canceling people out and saying, okay, well, this person, I'm not this person. I like this about this person. I don't like this about that person. That's what people do. So, I mean, it just is what it is. That's what they do. So,
I have to agree with Mugga, but you know what? I'm gonna go sideways this a little
You
bit.
say that's what people do. People have options when they're dating.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what a lot of people do. They have a bunch of options,
Mhm.
and I'm not talking about everybody. I'm only speaking on
No,
like this
and,
situation.
and we're talking in what's healthy to do it. Are we saying it's healthy to do that?
No, I'm not.
You missed my so you missed what I said. So what I said
I didn't.
was,
I'm
I'm not saying
asking a
it's right.
question. I didn't
I'm
miss
not.
what you said. No,
You
no,
did, because
no.
I
I'm not.
never said anything about being healthy. I
Listen
never
to
said
my
anything
question.
about you
I'm
should or
asking you. No. I think that you're misinterpreting why I'm asking that question. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a personal question.
you
Is
cut me
that
off
healthy?
for one.
It's not. I was talking.
All right, but
I'm asking
I
a
know
question.
I was talking. I had um I don't think it's healthy to do that personally. I can't keep up with a bunch of niggas and trying to figure out which one I like and which one I don't like, because essentially I'm gonna like all of them. And because if I'm talking to you, I'm gonna like all of you. So I don't have the time or the energy to be trying to say what I like most about this one or what I don't dislike more about that one. I don't do that. I think that is unhealthy. But what I'm saying is that people do it. Period. So I
Yeah, but
think
that
that's
shit.
what's happening in this
That's the people.
situation.
But why do we make that argument for everything that when we talk about like what needs to be done? I know people do that. That's not. I'm never
Yeah, but
speaking from.
I'm not
I'm
speaking
speaking
about.
from.
I'm only speaking
Let me
about this
finish. Let me
situation.
finish
That's what
my.
I think
Let me
he's
finish my.
doing.
I'm trying to let y'all know, the audience know where I'm speaking from. I'm speaking from a healthy process. I know people do a lot of dumb shit, but we always just say, well, people do it. I'm telling you what should be done though. It doesn't. It's not healthy. I'm
Okay,
not
that's
gonna.
fine. I never
Okay,
said
I'm
that
not
you
talking
shouldn't
to.
say that
I'm no
though.
longer talking to you. I just said I'm talking to the audience to see from my perspective. So if y'all are speaking from the thing, you could say that about virtually anything in the world. Things happen. Period. What I'm saying is that's the problem. There's no vetting process that says I'm open. I'm saying that if people do it, that's the problem. That's probably why the relationships fall. That's probably another component that people say that I'm going to weigh my options out. There's no way that you're telling me that if you met a quality woman or a quality man, that you're going to have enough time to extend time, attention, mind, body, and soul to another person where it would make sense for you to make a proper choice. It's not realistic if people are doing it. I'm not disagreeing with when y'all say it happens, but that's where the argument, that's where the conversation ends for people. And I'm telling you, well, I'm gonna tell y'all the right way. If you have a foundation and you're commitment minded, then you would do it, that you would not talk to multiple people. I don't care. At the moment, the Slim, if you go on a date with a woman and you ask her if is there other options out there, and she says yes, end the fucking date. That's simple as that. The date is over. That's it.
Yeah, but real,
You're
I
right.
get.
People do it.
Yeah, and I think that's what and I'm not. I don't want to.
I
I'm
know that's what y'all saying, but what's the conclusion to that though?
real. We know it's not health. We know
It wasn't.
I
I
understand that it's
wasn't
not
speaking.
healthy, and I don't know how many women he got under his belt, or you know what I'm saying, that he's probably talking to. I mean, shoot, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd probably maybe have a. I would probably put two on the side just in case. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you, or but I mean, I wouldn't be taking about on dates like that. Like, okay,
Hold
Monday.
on. So you're saying that we should just point out what people are doing because people do it, and we just ended with that conversation.
Well,
That's how y'all evaluate it.
no,
No, that's not what. No, that's not what. That's not.
Because
That
Slim,
wasn't the
I'm
case.
talking.
You missing the
I'm
point.
asking you because all y'all did was point out that people do things. People do
No,
that.
I'm not
I'm
pointing
asking you
out
what's
that
the.
people do things.
Why do
I
you
was
keep?
only
I'm
saying.
talking to
Oh my god.
Slim. I don't know why you keep interjecting. I'm talking
Because
to
I'm the
Slim.
one who said it. So how are you talking to Slim?
Slim just said
Go
he
ahead. Go
agreed, so I'm
ahead.
talking to a man. Slim agreed with you. So you're
All
a
right, go
female. I'm
ahead,
not.
man.
You're a female. I'm not going to talk to you about it. I'm talking to another man about it. I'm asking Slim. So we're saying that they do this, and I'm asking you: is that what you're just concluding, that just people do that?
Yes, I'm concluding that. I'm now, and I saw that you asked, was it healthy? I'm not. Believe me, it's not healthy. I'm not saying it is. I'm not
But
saying that brothers should be doing that. But we know that it happens.
but this is my thing, Slim. For
Hmm.
you to be an elder, you're supposed to give a conclusion when you point out something that's not healthy. You're supposed to say, when you're talking to men, young impressionable men, to just say that it's happening and say that, okay, you would have to end it with a conclusion. Hey, fellas, yeah, we know people do this. We know this happens. But to let y'all know, if you want something that's going to be more secure and make more sense, you should probably know what you want and go for exactly what you're looking for, and don't have nothing, because that could be a distraction for the right person.
Well, I would have gave
To
a
just say that,
conclusion, but we're not done with the show yet. I always give
black
my
people always say that.
I give my
I swear.
conclusion at the end.
Okay, Slim, y'all was just pointing out that people do it. That's how most people just, they evaluating what people do, but not having a conclusion to it. You have to, okay, so you're gonna, okay, I'm gonna let y'all, this
Yeah,
is
because
crazy.
you trying to conclude my point, and I really don't
I
like
don't
that,
even know
because
why
when
you
I
still
do
think
it,
that I'm trying to conclude your point.
nah,
I
because
said I
I'm
was
the one
done
who
talking
made.
to you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
I'm
God.
talking to
I was on
Slim.
mute though. Can I finish what I'm saying?
Okay, but don't tell me what I'm doing. Don't tell
All
me what
right.
I'm doing.
Ladies and
What the
gentlemen,
hell? I keep saying,
I don't. You know I don't edit everything. All right. I need y'all to relax. Now,
Jesus. All right, look, this is all I'm saying. The only reason why I pointed that out was because I feel like that's what he's doing. Period. That was it. I was only saying it sounds to me like he's narrowing down his options. He's talking to some people's vetting process is talking to multiple people and then narrowing it down.
oh,
I
somebody
never
trying to
said if
come
it
up.
was good, if it was bad, or any of that. I actually didn't get a chance to get to that point. But yeah, I definitely think that's what he's doing.
All
That's
right.
it.
All right. Let's go ahead and finish this out. Y'all better behave, because this goes on live. No, well, it's not really live, but it goes on YouTube. Everybody gets to hear this. Let's continue.
Has a lot of girlfriends, a lot of guy friends, a lot of friends in general.
Sure.
You talk to all of your friends every day?
Most of them.
That's
The ones
crazy.
you see me with.
That's
Sure.
crazy. I guess I'm the opposite. I have one friend and we're just now getting to know each other. I've had friends in the past. It did not go well. And so I keep my circle very, very, very small.
Yeah.
I don't even talk to my mom every day. You know what I'm saying? So like if I'm talking to you every day,
It means
like
something.
yeah, it means we're getting like I don't know. That's just a waste of time if I'm talking to you and we're on the phone and you're telling me things about yourself and I'm telling you things about myself. That's not. But he talks to all of his friends every day, so I
Yeah,
mean,
and I guess you said something that made me want to ask you a question. So, you said when you came out, there were all these other options and everything
Yeah.
like that. So, is she someone that you would usually approach? Like, is she your usual type?
Like, yes,
Okay.
she is but I don't too much approach like women, and especially like, not saying like I want to chase, but I'm just not approaching. I like us to mutually somehow like meet,
Okay.
and then it goes based off of just that really.
You know what I took from that? What he just said, brothers, I'm not. Listen, the brother, he seems like he's a handsome brother, right? So I'm just going to assume that a lot of ladies approach him. He's not the one to be. He doesn't like to chase. So I'm sure that he probably gets a lot of DMs in his messages and all this other stuff. So then that when he said he meets him, he goes and meets him, and whatever happens, happens. So that's how I took what he just said. He don't chase, but that's just what I took. And who is making all that noise, man? If you cooking, man, cook somewhere else. Continue. Somebody else got something they got to put out? No? Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, I'm not like approaching type of person at all.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm kind of shy, but not like too shy, you know. But yeah, no, I wouldn't necessarily approach her. But she's, like I said, she's not ugly. I think she's attractive. But
I know I'm not ugly. Please.
Okay. I mean, so from this point on, like, what is it looking like for you guys after this discussion?
We're cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a friendship level.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I still feel something there.
So, listen, I don't. It's almost like he's putting it to the side. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if I really like somebody, and this is just me, I can't speak for everybody else. If I like somebody and if she talking about she want to be friends, I don't want to be friends with you, because I'm gonna look at you like you just want to just use me whenever you need something. So I'm the type that's gonna be like, no, and I've done it already. I've already done it and I know I was brutal. Where one girl asked me to help to jump her car, I didn't even go. I told her no. Get somebody else to do it. And I know that was, and I probably was mean for doing that, but I don't give a damn. So again, brothers, listen, forget all that friendship stuff, because they only gonna put you in your phone as food guy, mechanic guy, come and get this guy, come and fix my blinds guy, cut my lawn guy. No, brother, you don't need to be somebody's lap dog. All right.
But he
Hell,
the one putting her in the friend zone, though. He's the one who been using this friendship, friend word
you're right.
this entire time.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. So, brothers, stop putting these females in the friend zone. But if you do, don't use her. Don't put her on the shelf until you're ready to get her, brothers, because it's not going to work out very well for you. Because some of you niggas, y'all like to get jealous. Oh, my friend is in a relationship. Oh, nah, that can't happen. Then you all go over there and try to mess shit up. Because some of y'all be catching feelings, especially when you get in them guts. But that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much done here. As we can see, they're not going to be together. She said we on some friendship stuff. So that's it. Anybody got anything? And forget your conclusion, Real. I don't give a damn about a conclusion today. Yeah,
Exactly. I knew you was gonna say that. Exactly. Black people don't give conclusions; they just point out shit. That was my whole point. That's what I was waiting on. Thank you for letting me know, Slim. I'm glad you said that, because I knew when you said I haven't finished the episode, I knew you wasn't gonna give one. That's why black people don't do that. But what I'm saying is, we should, because we have young men and women that if we keep talking like people just do things, which is understandable, we need to put what's healthy and what's not. I do agree with Mugga with there's no right and wrong, but we need to have a category for what we're doing for ourselves. We should know, if I'm looking for a committed relationship, then it would make more sense for me to know exactly what I want from the ground up to the top of the ceiling. I should know what I want, so at least I put an attempt on it to the best of my ability. But when I know things go on, we're talking about people trying to be together. We're not talking about dating and stuff like that. I'm gonna say, hey, brothers, hey, don't put women in situations where you're tagging them along and you're really not interested in them. If you're looking for a committed relationship, focus on one person, because you're gonna want her to focus on you. Now, if you're just dating, I'm gonna classify what would make more sense for why people are doing what they do. And I think sometimes we interchangeably use this whole thing. This is why people think you could become a friend and then become a lover. That's why they think that, because
That's
that's
literally
something.
what he was saying. And that's the crazy part, because that's what he was saying. He was like, oh, yeah, let's get to know each other as friends and all this other old stuff. And it's just like, are you trying to date her or not? Because it don't sound like it.
And then he said some weird shit like, I don't approach women. I just wanted to somehow we get together naturally. I don't look Slim. I've always got women growing up since I was a fucking child. And I still think men should approach women. I don't care that women was interested in me. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't even, to be honest with you, Slim,
Hmm.
the only time in my life where I felt like it meant something is when I was thinking with my dick. When I started, like when I got obviously at a more mature age, like state of mind,
Hmm.
it made more sense for me to say, you know what, these women deserve a man that's going to put effort in the approach. Most of the time, when women hit me up, it was just a meaningless sexual escapade. So if he's still thinking of his dick, I can see why he still has this mindset. But once you start understanding your purpose, men are supposed to approach women. I don't give a fuck. That lady, look, I'm gonna tell you the whole thing. The truth of the story is the pretty chick in high school was a hoe. So geeky ass niggas that was fantasizing about that bitch, she was a hoe. She done fucked everybody. She done sucked somebody's dick. That's just the truth of the matter. So all the chicks that got picked on in school that was that had a late bloomer, you're winning because you didn't get the attention from the guys that you thought you were supposed to get, and you didn't want that attention because those pretty girls got treated like shit. So these niggas that don't get pussy think that these guys are winning. No, they're treating women like shit. When you get older, that shit don't mean nothing. You talk to any dude that talk to a lot of women, and they'll tell you, man, I'm done with that. They're going to tell you that nothing got out of it. You don't gain nothing for fucking a lot of women. If I could go back in time, I know we always say we want to change nothing, but if I could do it where I could still have the same lifestyle, I would have lost my virginity to my wives. I would have had to learn how to fuck. I would have rather have done it that way. I think that's commendable that you waited till you got married to have sex, Slim. But no, it just if you still operating like that, to me,
Hmm.
you need to grow the fuck up. This whole I'm a ladies man, that shit's weird. Why would you even want your foundation of relationship as a woman put in the work to talk to you? That's just weird to me. I don't care if you can get women or not. It's just you want to give her that security. When you look back, she probably gonna even make jokes about you. Babe, you know I was the one that tried to talk to you. Like she ain't gonna like that shit. If y'all just fucking, that's a different story. But like this ladies man shit need to stop. That shit need to stop around 25 or 22. That shit it gets old.
I think it's important to know that you and that person had the same intention. Like, I think that their intentions were totally different. I think that she was trying to be in a committed relationship, and I think maybe he was in the beginning, or he thought he wanted that in the beginning, and then things changed. I think sometimes you got to check in on a person that you're dealing with and say, are we still pursuing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you feeling right now? Like, are we still pursuing a relationship together, or are we just dating or just having fun and going out, or am I just another friend in your contacts list? So I don't know.
Right.
I just don't think they had the same intention. I don't feel like it was anything wrong with him moving slow. I just think that his intention wasn't the same as hers, and that's where the clash started.
Right. I could agree with that. Well, brothers, let me go ahead and give you the real outro that I wanted to give y'all anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because this pertains to the video. Yeah. Yeah.
Once again, this song.
This is what I'm talking about right here, brothers.
You know we had to do it again.
They had to do it again. They had to do it again.
I want you to sing to these ladies, man.
Sing to the ladies.
Yeah, so I'm up first.
Well, we're not going to listen to the whole thing, but that's pretty much it, brothers. That was my outro because Real said I didn't have a conclusion or whatever. That's my conclusion. Love is a friend. On that note, hootie hoo.